On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Evolutionary.
Relating to or denoting how living things develop or change from earlier forms.
Examples:
Ecology and evolutionary biology. The evolutionary process. Evolutionary algorithms can find ways to optimize that humans do not anticipate.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Biped.
An animal with 2 feet.
Examples:
Biped robot. A featherless biped. Biped walking encouraged the further evolution of humankind.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples:
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Upright.
Perpendicular to a horizontal surface or line, adverb, in a vertical position.
Examples:
Upright posture. Sit upright in a chair. The bookcase was upright against the wall.
Centimeter.
A unit of measurement of length in the metric system, equivalent to 1/100th of a meter.
Examples:
Centimeter measurement. 30 centimeters tall. The room was only 1 centimeter wider than the piano, making it a tight fit.
Primate.
Any mammal of the order primates, which includes monkeys, apes, and humans.
Examples:
Primate species. Primate sanctuary. Many scientists study primate behavior and intelligence.
Descent.
The act or process of moving downward, a person's family origins.
Examples:
Descent from nobility. Descent of family. The descent from the mountain was steep and rocky.
Larynx.
An organ in the top of the throat involved in breathing, producing sound.
Examples:
Irritate the larynx. Narrowing of the larynx. Smoking significantly increases the risk of larynx cancer.
Descend.
To move downward and lower, to come from or to be connected by a relationship of blood.
Examples:
Descend a steep hill. Descend by elevator. She was descended from an old Italian noble family.
Metaphor.
A figure of speech in which an expression is used to refer to something that it does not denote to suggest a similarity.
Examples:
Metaphor for death. Visual metaphor. She expressed her thought in an artful choice of metaphors.
Relive.
To experience again or bring back the memory of a past event or time.
Examples:
Relive my youth. relive moments. I like to watch old movies to relive memories of my childhood.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Womb.
The organ of a woman or female mammal in which a baby develops before birth.
Examples:
Tumor of womb. Womb transplant. The fertilized egg implanted itself in the womb.
Shrimp.
A small, freshwater or saltwater creature with a slender body and long legs.
Examples:
Shrimp cocktail. Shrimp farming. The seafood restaurant had a variety of dishes featuring shrimp.
Tactile.
Relating to the sense of touch, tangible or perceptible through the sense of touch.
Examples:
Tactile stimulation. Tactile feedback. The tactile sensation of the fabric was soft and smooth to the touch.
Vibration.
A continuous quick and slight shaking movement.
Examples:
Protection against vibration. Sympathetic vibration. Vibration displaced part of the mechanism.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Bond.
A close emotional connection between two or more people, a certificate of debt that a government or corporation issues to raise money.
Examples:
Bond as a family. Global bond market. They had formed a friendship bond.
Interpersonal.
Connected with relationships between people.
Examples:
Communication and interpersonal skills. Interpersonal situations. Interpersonal rejection and acceptance are both psychologically significant events.
Indistinct.
Not clear or easily seen, heard, or understood.
Examples:
Indistinct memory. Indistinct pronunciation. The indistinct shape in the fog made it difficult to determine what it was.
Mask.
To conceal something, noun, a covering that you wear over your face to hide it.
Examples:
Mask body odor. An oxygen mask. The politician tried to mask the corruption.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
relation between cause and effect, relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Dialectic.
A method of inquiry and discussion that involves examining and resolving opposing or conflicting ideas or arguments, a discourse or dialogue that seeks to find the truth through logical reasoning and inquiry.
Examples:
dialectic mathematics, Hegelian dialectic. The transcendental dialectic in Kant's philosophy seeks to uncover the illusory knowledge pure reason claims to attain.
Groom.
To clean, brush, and care for the fur or feathers of an animal, to prepare oneself or someone else for a special event or occasion, to make something neat.
Examples:
groom duties, groom a horse. I need to groom my dog before his fur gets too long.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
lab instrument, medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Opera.
A drama set to music, in which the words are sung rather than spoken.
Examples:
ballad opera, opera performance. She loves going to the opera house and hearing the beautiful music.
Neurology.
The branch of medicine that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the nervous system.
Examples:
cognitive neurology, neurology department. She is studying clinical neurology to become a brain surgeon.
Linguistics.
The study of language and its structure, including the study of grammar, syntax, and phonetics.
Examples:
comparative linguistics, linguistics professor. A new study in linguistics research showed that bilingualism delays the onset of dementia.
Bias.
A strong feeling in favor of or against one group of people, an idea, or thing, often not based on fair judgment.
Examples:
bias against a big company. Have a bias towards socialism. She researched gender bias in politics.
Holistic.
Relating to or dealing with the whole of something rather than just its parts.
Examples:
holistic education. Develop a holistic vision. The holistic approach to healthcare considers the person's physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples.
The implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples.
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Synchronize.
To happen or cause to happen at the same time or rate.
Examples.
Synchronize movements. Synchronize our watches. The ball speed will increase when the lower body movements are perfectly synchronized.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples.
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Turbulence.
A state of great disturbance, confusion, or uncertainty, often accompanied by violent or disruptive activity or behavior, such as air turbulence during a flight.
Examples.
Financial turbulence. Emotional turbulence. The ride on the roller coaster was full of dips and turns, creating a feeling of turbulence.
Nonlinear.
Pertaining to a system or process that does not follow a straight or predictable path, often resulting in unexpected or unpredictable outcomes or behaviors.
Examples.
Nonlinear equation. Nonlinear system. The professor taught us about the experiment's nonlinear relationships between different variables.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples.
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Breathless.
Feeling or causing a lack of breath, often due to exertion or excitement, intense or exciting to the point of causing a feeling of breathlessness.
Examples.
With breathless interest. Breathless anticipation. After running up the stairs, I was left breathless and sweaty.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples.
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Tempo.
The speed at which a piece of music is performed.
Examples:
A quick tempo, set tempo. The tempo of the music was slow and soothing.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc., of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Accurate.
Correct and exact in all details.
Examples:
Provide accurate information. Accurate measurements. The official transcript contains accurate academic records.
Menstrual.
Of or relating to the time when a woman menstruates, equals to discharge the blood from the uterus each month.
Examples:
A menstrual period. Menstrual blood. The average length of a woman's menstrual cycle is 21 to 35 days.
Cycle.
An interval during which a recurring sequence of events occurs, a bicycle or motorcycle.
Examples:
The cycle of the seasons. Go to the workplace by cycle. The food chain causes a material cycle.
Acoustic.
Relating to sound or the sense of hearing.
Examples:
Acoustic properties of a hall. Acoustic guitar. The ground acts as an acoustic barrier against outside sounds.
Echo.
A sound heard after being reflected off a surface, such as a wall or a cliff.
Examples:
The echo of a person's footsteps. Sound echo. A thunderous boom echoed throughout the valley.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples:
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Ethical.
Of or relating to principles about what is right and wrong, or the branch of knowledge dealing with these.
Examples:
An ethical doctrine. Shoulder ethical responsibility. The president must have the highest ethical standards.
Snippet.
A small piece or brief extract of something.
Examples:
Snippet of wisdom. Code snippet. The journalist saved a snippet of the interview for later reference.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Spouse.
A person's husband, wife, or partner in marriage.
Examples:
Spouse tax deduction. Spouse visa. The spouse of the politician was a constant presence at campaign events.
Divorce.
The legal dissolution of a marriage.
Examples:
Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage.
Posse.
A group of people who come together for a common purpose, often to pursue or capture a criminal. A group of people who share a common interest, belief, or trait.
Examples:
Posse member. Posse of citizens. My friends and I formed a posse to search for the lost hiker.
Outward.
Relating to the external appearance or surface of something, visible.
Examples:
An outward journey. Outward cheerfulness. The outward appearance of the building was impressive, but the inside was in dire need of repairs.
Classic.
Judged or deserving to be regarded as one of the best or most important of its kind over a period of time, of a well-known type.
Examples:
A classic experiment. Chinese classic literature. He displayed the classic symptoms of depression.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Lung.
Either of the two organs in the chest that people and some animals use for breathing.
Examples:
Lung capacity. Do lung transplantation. He has terminal lung cancer.
Contract.
A legally binding agreement between two or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law.
Examples:
Employment contract. Contract law. The company signed a contract with the supplier for the delivery of goods.
Diaphragm.
A large, dome-shaped muscle located at the bottom of the chest cavity, essential for breathing and separating the chest and abdomen, a shallow, dome-shaped device with a flexible rim that is inserted into the vagina to cover the cervix and prevent sperm from reaching the uterus, serving as a method of birth control.
Examples:
Diaphragm birth control. Diaphragm activity. Individuals with a weak diaphragm may experience difficulty breathing during physical activity.
Sustained.
Lasting for a long time or continuing for a long time without becoming weaker or less intense.
Examples:
Sustained economic growth. Sustained release medication. The company experienced sustained growth over the past decade.
Cavity.
An empty space or hollowness within a solid object, especially within the body, such as a tooth or bone, a hole or depression in a surface or the ground.
Examples:
Tooth cavity. Cavity filling. I have a cavity in one of my molars and must schedule a dentist appointment.
Tract.
A region of land, often with a specific purpose or use, such as farming, forestry, or mining, a bundle of nerves or a system of organs in the body.
Examples:
A urinary tract infection. A tract of virgin forest. The farmer owns a large tract of land where he grows corn and soybeans.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Subtle.
Not readily apparent or visible.
Examples:
Subtle changes. A subtle poison. The room was painted in a subtle pink hue.
Physiology.
The branch of the biological sciences dealing with the functioning of organisms.
Examples:
Human physiology. Physiology research. Physiology is the science of how living things work.
Identification.
The act or process of recognizing, proving, or designating someone or something.
Examples:
An identification tag for children. Personal identification number. Eye movements complicate identification by retinal scanning.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
Awareness of my ignorance. Raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Static.
Not moving or not capable of moving, not changing or not capable of changing.
Examples:
Static electricity. Static website. The static image on the screen took a lot of work to make out.
Distinguish.
To notice or understand the difference between two people or things.
Examples:
Distinguish these two things. Distinguish man from the other animals. This study distinguished 4 different ways to run a business.
Fluid.
A substance that can flow and is not solid.
Examples:
Plenty of fluids. Fluid assets. She was diagnosed with a fluid buildup in her lungs.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Puberty.
The process of a person's physical changes, through which their sexual organs develop and become capable of reproduction.
Examples:
At the height of puberty. The onset of puberty. In this culture, men are initiated when they reach puberty.
Menopause.
The natural cessation of menstruation and fertility in women, typically occurring between the ages of 45 and 55.
Examples:
Menopause symptoms. Before menopause. The onset of menopause can bring about various physical and emotional changes in women.
Unfamiliar.
Not known or recognized, not experienced or encountered before.
Examples:
The unfamiliar surroundings. Around unfamiliar people. She was unfamiliar with the city and got lost while trying to find her way back to the hotel.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Inward.
Directed or facing towards the inside, inside or inward looking.
Examples:
Inward peace. Inward cargo. The inward motion of the tide was gradually slowing down.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Filter.
Any of several types of equipment or systems used to separate particles from liquids or gases or to remove specific forms of light.
Examples:
Gas filter. Clogged filter. Ozone is a primary filter to protect Earth's surface from harmful UV rays.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Conduct.
To organize and carry out a particular activity.
Examples:
Conduct a background check. Conduct research. Police will conduct random breath testing for drunk driving.
Registration.
The process of recording or enrolling for a particular course or event. The action or process of officially recording or enrolling something, such as a name or trademark.
Examples:
Registration agency. Registration for a course. The online registration process was quick and easy to complete.
Harmonic.
Relating to the production of sound waves with a frequency that is an integral multiple of the frequency of the original wave, having a pleasing, or agreeable sound.
Examples:
Harmonic oscillator. A natural harmonic quality. The violin's sound was so pure and harmonic that it gave me chills.
Mechanical.
Operated by a machine, relating to or concerned with machinery or tools.
Examples:
A mechanical style of writing. The influence of mechanical action. A mechanical engineer is still in demand in many companies.
Partition.
A physical divider or barrier that divides a space or area into two or more separate parts. A separation or division of something into different parts or sections.
Examples:
partition wall, hard drive partition. We must install a partition to separate the living room from the dining area.
Cochlea.
A spiral-shaped cavity in the inner ear that is responsible for hearing. It contains sensory hair cells that convert vibrations into electrical signals that are sent to the brain for interpretation.
Examples:
cochlea spiral, implanted cochlea. Damage to the cochlea can cause hearing loss or deafness.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Habituate.
To accustom or become accustomed to a particular situation, habit, or behavior through repeated exposure or experience. To make something a habit or regular practice.
Examples:
habituate to coffee. Habituate to exercise. It takes time to habituate to a new work schedule, but eventually, it becomes routine.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Neurological.
Of or relating to the science of neurology or the nervous system.
Examples:
fever with neurological signs. Neurological symptoms. The patient was diagnosed with a neurological disorder affecting their motor skills.
Auditory.
Of or relating to hearing or the ability to hear.
Examples:
a good auditory memory. Auditory system. The auditory nerve carries sound signals from the ear to the brain.
Cortex.
The outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples:
cortex cells. Visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Corollary.
In mathematics, a theorem of less importance which can be readily deduced from the proof of another notable proposition, a practical consequence that follows naturally.
Examples:
a corollary from the first theory. Corollary relief. Newton derived the momentum conservation law as a corollary of his second and third laws.
Discharge.
To release or let go of something or someone. To dismiss or terminate an employee or member of an organization. To emit or give off a substance or energy.
Examples:
Discharge water. Discharge a contract. The hospital will discharge the patient as soon as their condition stabilizes.
Definition:
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
A motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
Command.
Authority, control, or mastery over something, often referring to military or leadership contexts, a directive, order, or instruction, expertise or competence in a specific area. Verb, to give an authoritative order or instruction, or to be in charge or control of something.
Examples:
Command and control. Command a battery. The general gave a command to his troops to prepare for battle.
Impending.
About to happen or occur, close in time, imminent.
Examples:
Impending doom. Impending crisis. We must prepare for the impending storm expected to hit our area.
Recapitulate.
To summarize or repeat the main points of something.
Examples:
Recapitulate briefly. Recapitulate a speech. He recapitulated the main points of the meeting for those who had not been able to attend.
Puppet.
A doll or figure that is manipulated by strings, wires, or hands to represent a person or animal, a person who is controlled or manipulated by someone else.
Examples:
Puppet theater. Corporate puppet. The politician was merely a puppet for the wealthy elite.
String.
Long, thin material used for tying things together, composed of several twisted threads.
Examples:
Retie the string and make it strong. Tense piano strings. She wore a string of pearls around her neck.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Rehearse.
To practice or repeat something, such as a performance, speech, or action, to prepare for an event or to improve one's skills, to go through the motions of a planned activity before executing it.
Examples:
rehearse an opera, rehearse a speech. The actors needed to rehearse their lines before the performance.
Conversation:
an informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
conversation in English, a friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Native:
connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
native to Africa, native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Refuse:
to show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
refuse a request, refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Schizophrenia:
a severe mental disorder in which a person has a distorted view of reality and may experience hallucinations, delusions, and disordered thinking and behavior.
Examples:
schizophrenia spectrum disorder, schizophrenia treatment. The schizophrenia patient was experiencing severe auditory hallucinations.
Patient:
a person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
patient in the hospital, patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Hallucinate:
to experience a seemingly real perception of something that does not actually exist, usually as a result of a mental illness or drug use.
Examples:
start to hallucinate, hallucinate with drug. Sleep-deprived people gradually lose their concentration and may hallucinate.
Device:
a piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
electronic device, tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Distinction:
a difference or contrast between similar things or people.
Examples:
important distinction, draw a distinction. I can't see any distinction between these two concepts.
Internal:
of or relating to the inside of something.
Examples:
internal organs, the internal economy. The Prime Minister cancelled visits to other countries to resolve internal disputes.
External:
Belonging to or situated outside of someone or something.
Examples:
External factors. External commerce. When a company discloses information to the market, an external auditor verifies them.
Unleash.
To suddenly release a strong force, emotion, etc. that cannot be controlled.
Examples:
Unleash a hound. Unleash her anger. The general was still reluctant to unleash his troops in pursuit of an enemy.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Dialogue.
A conversation in a book, play, or film.
Examples:
Platonic dialogues. The form of a dialogue. He recorded the dialogue at the time of the incident.
Appreciation.
The act of recognizing and valuing the worth or importance of something or someone, gratitude or thankfulness, an increase in value over time.
Examples:
Express my appreciation. Appreciation for diversity. The artist received a lot of appreciation for his latest work.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.